Hello, you guys. Welcome back to another installment of Beyond the Natural Podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about some things we learned about aliens in 2021. What else do we got to hope for coming in 2022? Especially after I had that big interview with the Instagram sensational model. Thank you once again, my friend, for joining me on that particular episode and helping us to get the truth out there, get the experiences and the real stories out there to those who enjoy this stuff. My Beyond the Natural, Supernatural. So, anyhow, I want to, before we get into it, I want to give a big shout out and a big thanks for Morning Meeting with Miss Delicia. Morning Meeting with Miss Delicia is a kindergarten and transitional kindergarten online experience exclusively on YouTube. You can find this on YouTube. So if you're a little teenager, excuse me, not a teenager. Why would you put a teenager in kindergarten? But if your little kindergarten is running around the house and they still coming from school and you know they can use a little bit more enrichment, or even on weekends, Morning Meetings with the Miss Delicia, she got you covered. Kindergarten and transitional kindergarten. So it's a time for children, grades kindergarten and transitional kindergarten, to connect with Miss Delicia to learn school readiness skills such as letters and sounds, phonetical awareness, beginning reading, writing, math, character enrichment activities, and more. Language learner activities is also provided. Children are taught through music, lots of visuals, worksheets, and other things that can help your child reach their goals. So with that being said, let's hit us with a little bit of our intro music, and we'll be right back to get into these things we learned about aliens in 2021. Let's run it. And shout out to livescience.com for providing us with the study material be able to bring you guys this episode in such a timely fashion, because we pulling away a lot from 2021. And what's even more special about 2021 is that we got the bombshell UFO report. We got the alien junk is in our solar system confirmed, and more clues that lead us to ET is somewhere out there lurking around. And of course, my infamous interview with the Instagram model that's still going viral, that about Chino Hills and all the stuff that happened there in Chino Hills. So a donut UFO in the skies of Switzerland, strange green lights vanishing above Canada, a saucer-shaped blob suddenly appearing in the ocean, and then boom, it's out. The year 2021 gave you, my truth seekers, my beyond the natural truth seekers and spiritual validators, it gave you no shortage of mysteries for you to ponder anymore. It also gave you the answers you were looking for. It gave you the admission from the government themselves, Pentagon, real reports from military UFOs sightings all over the world. Okay, this our world, okay, where we stand in this reality, confirmed real. What stuff that we already knew? We knew this before 2021, but we was waiting for them to give us the admission that we so desperately needed. UFOs are real, and the government knows it. In June, going back in time a little bit, the Pentagon released the highly anticipated report detailing 144 UFO encounters, which we think and we ponder. We don't even have to ponder, but we got a feeling that there's a lot more than 144 UFO encounters between 2004 and 2021. The report was meant to assess the threat levels that what they call them the UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, and officially confirmed the UFO sightings that until then only been shared through viral media and some guy lived on a farm. with his dog. Or through movies, okay, or secretly leaked through movies, but with a lot of foreign surveillance equipment and top secret UFO government projects, and the birds and the balloons that we so much thought was representing these physical objects. All of that was debunked, and finally there was an acknowledgement of the ETs out there. All right, but unfortunately, no, the report failed to link any of those 144 to actual alien activity. Because, like, we know they're not going to give us everything, right? They gave us just a little bit, enough to where people who ain't spiritual validators and truth seekers like us, they'll go crazy. They won't be able to handle it because it will just blow their mind. Okay, to this point now, we're in the phase where we're trying to normalize it in the media, and a lot of these bozos are kind of slow on trying to bring it in. So it's all a jokey joke right now. But wait until these black holes could be an alien powerhouse, because while you're spending a lot of time trying to find actual walking aliens or waiting for ET to land his saucer somewhere in your front yard, there's plenty other habitable planets beyond our solar system, and the black hole could be a way to get over there. And then there's other solar systems, not just ours. To do this, aliens could be using a high-tech structure called these Dyson spheres, giant energy orbs. You know, they like siphoning orbs that was first proposed back in the 60s. So, and what they do, they steal energy from the disk of hot white matter, and swirl around the black holes for the horizon, then radiate that energy outward into space. That radiated energy will create what we like to know of, a distinct wavelength signature that astronomers could detect from Earth. So it's been a lot of that, and there's been algorithms being developed by researchers to search through these existing telescope data and really understand what these telltale signatures are all about, because these black holes can radiate up to 100 times more energy than a star like our sun. All right, so definitely evidence of the speed of light, more even faster than the speed of light. No figure, right? So the black holes are a real thing, and we should not overlook nature's most extreme object, that is being the black hole. And then another strange thing that we came across is that alien planets may not look nothing like Earth at all. And is that okay? It's gotta be. It's gotta be okay, because if we look at some of our movies, we get little weird reimagined versions of what we think alien planets will look like and what their atmosphere will look like. And it makes no sense if in our solar system alone, you can there's certain planets we have yet to reach, but we know, and we have hint that, like, there's hurricanes and tornadoes happening, and other natural disasters happening on some of these far away planets. So just because it may or may not be habitable for us, doesn't mean it's not habitable for them, right? Maybe they have figured out a way to make use of these crazy environments, these hostile environments that they have to so-called live in. I just had to get that out. Okay, I gotta get weird sounds out every now and then to stretch my point. But let's talk about Saturn. Saturn moon potentially holds life. That's one thing we learned about alien stuff last year too. The weird moon itself, which is the sixth largest moon, may be Saturn's sixth largest moon. You know, Saturn has more than one moon. May be a sign that life may be in the moon's subsurface sea somewhere out there. So it could be plenty of water ice, which would give us hint that like there may be something swimming below below the surface, or maybe flying above the surface, taking a dip in the water every now and then. But the evidence itself also uh, picked up that the team found that the methane farting microbes that exist there also contributes to the planet's gassy glaciers, meaning life can't be ruled out on the icy moon. Okay, so there's glaciers on that thing, and them things are quite gassy, like your great uncle who may take a drink, eat some chillins, and then let loose. Mm. Scientists may be ignoring alien junk in our own solar system. Isn't that crazy, right? So when we talk about how a lot of the the crazy things that is like flying around our Earth, anyways, there's a lot of unusual pieces of shaped material that is accelerating away from the sun. They're they're sometimes quite easy to detect. Sometimes these things they they leave and become cosmic dust bunny, or they stay very uh, limited to their scale to the point where they're harmless to being able to destroy our planet, which is good, which is good, which is good. I don't want to talk more about that. So that was just because, like, at some point we might get a huge one that may not miss us. That's always been predicted. There's been a lot of intelligent scientists that has predicted that the possibility of something huge hitting us could knock us clean out. Okay, at any moment, because like some of these things come out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. As I take a drink and I think about the thousands of alien worlds that could actually be watching humans grow up, right? So another thing that was discovered in this LiveScience.com article is that while our human efforts is to find their civilizations, it's crazy that maybe there may be more than 1,700 alien civilizations that could be watching us for thousands of years. And because of this, they probably done their own research and decided like, hey, it's maybe not time yet to make actual contact contact. Maybe they realized that like, hey, it, like their involvement in what we got going on would rock the boat too much. Okay, and they may have this technology that's far superior than ours, and for us to start intermingling with them, it could their technology could land in the wrong hands of the wrong person, and well, it could backfire on them. So I mean, there's a lot of assumptions, a lot of things, a lot of hypothetical things to consider. But the mere fact that we've been throwing radio waves and transmitting them and trying to get them to go beyond 300 light years to other planets and to 75 other ones that are less than 100 light years away, and hope that somebody will be on the other side transmitting back. The, that is just like man, ain't nobody said nothing. It's like talking to myself, right? It's like talking to yourself, and nobody saying nothing. You know they're on the phone, and they're just breathing through the phone. You ever had a phone call conversation like that? But anywho, the mere fact that they haven't responded could tell us that they may just be observing and waiting. Waiting for what though? There's a lot of hypothetical things to assume about it. There's no best way to communicate with aliens, and that's one thing we finally surrendered to last year. We have tried the radio waves and laser light, all type of things. Laser lights, however, could have its advantages, and while neither laser light beaming laser light out into the to the solar system uh, over 300 light years away may not be perfect, is what we have next to the radio wave signals that we keep foolishly doing. And then what if our own technology might be getting in the way? And this was something that we talked about on the interview with the Instagram model, is that the fact that because they may have ability to jump in and out of portals or other dimensions that maybe we don't know about, uh, it could be also possible that because we are radiating or throwing out so many radio waves or and the other and maybe any other digital toxic waste, the mere factor that could be blocking our, our very view of of these these visitors. Okay, it could also be potentially harming one of their planets. We could be releasing things out into the atmosphere, and then it's traveling far, far, far out into deep space, and it could be having some consequences that we don't know about. Even with like the multiple trips that's been happening with SpaceX and with Elon's Musk's little project, things to consider. Alien abductions could be lucid dreams. Okay, this is one thing scientists has prompted, that the fact that these encounters with aliens and being probed and being abducted could be possibly lucid dreams. Which, though, I'm still not going to backpedal back from that, and I don't think none of my truth seekers and my spiritual validators out there should backpedal away from that either. Reason why is because the fact that these aliens are so crafty and they got technology that's far superior and they got knowledge that's maybe even far superior than ours. That fact alone, yeah, they may be able to put something in these guys' heads or within their bodies or they could corrupt science the research in a way to make you think that, like, hey, okay, these dreams are like very similar, so they must be lucid dreams that's all happening in La La Land somewhere in dream world. So that's all I got for you guys today. Let's keep it real. All right. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100 and a buck. If you like today's episode, let me know. I need to know. I need to know somehow, some way. If you listening via a podcast app, find a way to leave me a review. If you're watching on YouTube, I would love to have a like and a subscribe from you right now. It costs you nothing. I'm not selling anything. Only thing I will recommend is that you check out my friend Morning Meaning with Miss Delicia, the kindergarten and transitional kindergarten experience that's on YouTube. Check that out. Go subscribe to that as well. So do me that favor and keep watching with me. So that's all I got. Until next time, I'm your host, Marcus Hart. Remember, if it isn't natural, it must be beyond the natural. Real experiences, real stories. Many blessings, peace, and lots of love. I'm out.